Good morning, everybody. Hot air balloon behind me. One landed like right next to my car this morning. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, last night I had this download about suicidal energies. And it felt really maybe important to share. Like maybe it could help a few of you out there who are experiencing those type of intense emotions, feelings, and sensations. And the download I got last night was when we're experiencing those energies of like, oh my God, I just want to die. I just want to like grab something and cut myself right now. And just like, it's like self-harm, self-hatred, right? What Spirit showed me is we're going into the most fragmented parts of ourself. The parts of ourself that have been pushed the furthest away from source, you could say. And it takes a great deal of awareness to go into these parts of ourself with consciousness, to go into these parts of ourself without getting lost to them, without, believing them in a sense, because these parts can be very intense to meet. And what Spirit shared with me that I feel like really wants to be shared with you guys is this isn't a matter of like, oh my gosh, I've done something wrong, that's why I'm feeling these feelings. Because that's like a common kind of belief I've noticed in people, and it used to be in myself too, when we'll have these suicidal type of energies coming up, or these energies coming up of like, I don't want to be here anymore, or these energies of intense self-hatred. The mind will try to find some kind of reason as to what we've done wrong to be feeling these feelings. And what Spirit really wanted me to share with you guys is you haven't done anything wrong at all. And that actually this is part of your integration path. That it's inevitable you're going to go into places in your psyche, in your energy field, in your deeper self, you could say, that feel so separate from love, from God, from source, that they want out. It's like these, all of us have in our field repressed hatred, repressed self-hatred, repressed, darkness like this. And it takes a really brave light to be able to go into these parts with consciousness and to be with them. And I noticed that last night, because sometimes I get, especially when I'm in a place like I am right now in Sedona, I get really tapped into the collective, and I'll be feeling collective energies and they'll just flow through, and it could be my own stuff too, who knows? Where I'll just, all of a sudden I'll be feeling like these really intense, suicidal, dark energies flow through, and I'm like, whoa, these are big. And because I've been doing this for years now, when that happens, I open to these energies. I embrace them. I welcome them forward. I'm like, oh wow, this is intense, but I'm getting to meet something really, really dark, something that's in a lot of pain, whether it's mine or the collective's, I don't know. And that might be the case for you. You might be opening to something bigger than just your own field. You might be opening to your ancestral stuff, right? You might be opening to a past life pain. So don't take this so personally, and don't ever take this as like, I've done something wrong, I'm being punished. That can be a really big trap when really intensely dark energies come up. This is not anything to do with you doing something wrong, or that you're bad, or God is punishing you. Please let go of those ideologies if you can, those internalized self-condemning belief systems and programs. That's not the case. So that's what Spirit was showing me, is like, you're integrating something really dark, and that's been really stuck in a place of hell and self-hatred and disconnection from source. And so it's actually, I was feeling in my own being yesterday, like, oh my God, it was feeling really cathartic to just like be with this part and to open to it. And I could feel the light literally coming into this part of, you could say, me or the collective consciousness, however you want to feel into it. It's like I could literally perceive and feel the light filling this part with source energy, this disintegrated, this disconnected aspect of self, of unconscious shadow, repressed unconscious shadow. And so I just felt like this would be a nice little thing to bring through, that it was so clear last night how Spirit was talking to me about this. Holy shit, that looks kind of fun. That hot air balloon is taking off. Let me see. Taking off or landing. But yeah, it came through so clear of like, and there was a relief in it too. There was just this relief of like, oh, I could feel that part of me, like, or that part of life or whatever, the part that feels so disconnected from love. And it's all me and it's all you, right? So nothing's really separate from an ultimate perspective. But I could feel that part just like basking in the light, just like finally, like it going, literally saying like, finally the light. And it was just like soaking in all this awareness and consciousness. And I could feel how my field was, because it's, you know, I've done so much healing work and integrated so many parts of myself. I could feel how my greater field was just, oh my God, like giving it a bear hug. Like, yes, you too, come into the light, please. The most hurt parts of me, getting some chills saying that. And like I said, this could be ancestral. This could be stuff from who knows when, that just got, you know, put into our DNA. It's like ingrained in our psyche, our nervous system, our cells, right? I think battery's getting low. I think they're gonna land on us. And yeah, that's the essence, is I could feel the relief and this part of me just like, oh, thank you, the light is finally here for me. It's like this part was like, me too, I am worthy of the light as well. And so that's what's happening for you. This is happening for you. This is happening for the greater good. This is happening for your ancestors. This isn't personal. This is nothing to beat yourself up about. This isn't because you ate a donut last night at 1 a.m. This isn't because you masturbated or something. We put all these cause and effects on things. Like, if I wouldn't have done this, then I wouldn't be feeling this. No, these aren't feelings we want to be trying to get away from and push away. Actually, when your awakening becomes more non-dual, I'm gonna start walking. When your awakening becomes more non-dual and you start feeling like a oneness with life, that's so funny. You don't see certain feelings and emotional states as bad. You don't, or wrong, or to be avoided. There's actually this part of you that gets really curious about every emotional state, about every type of energy there is. And it becomes something where you're not trying to get to one feeling state over another. Maybe I can park right here to finish. It's like you're just becoming like this space that is in love with whatever's arising. You know, you're not suicidal energies arising. You're not immediately looking to make yourself, how could this have been avoided? Why this is wrong? How I can never be in this state again? You're just like, oh my gosh, a suicidal energy. There's like this, your being is like just welcoming of it. Yeah. They're landing now. I think we have done our best here. But yeah, I'm in Sedona, camping out for a week. There's this part of me that really wants to get to this non-dual concept better without being interrupted by a hot air balloon. Maybe I won't be able to, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll edit. I never edit videos. Well, I do every now and then, but okay. Whatever. Yeah, if you've made it through all that, thank you. But yeah, the more non-dual your awakening becomes, the more you're just curious about whatever's arising, whether that's bliss and joy and lots of light and grace, or deep suicidal darkness. You've completely, or you're almost completely let go of any kind of cause and effect, because that cause and effect is a mechanism of the psychological construct. It's a mechanism of the spiritual ego, the egoic framework through which we experience life through time. But when you go deeper, you realize, oh, there's actually no like cause and effect, and every feeling you're feeling was always your divine destiny, no matter what you would have done. You could go back and do everything completely different, but you'd still be feeling what you're feeling right now in this moment, no matter what. And that's so important to know. Like you have a divine destiny of feelings you were meant to feel and experience as a soul, right? And so to strip away like, oh, it's because I did this, I'm feeling this. Like that's an illusion. That's complete creation of the mind, of the separate self. That's not actually real. I'm getting so many chills saying that. So it's like that takes away so much of the layer of self-condemnation, so you can actually be with what's here in a very pure and loving and peaceful way. And that's really what the greatest gift for me last night was oh, I'm almost thirsty for these parts of me now, these parts that feel so separate from source, these parts that feel so pushed into the darkness, that when they come up, it's just, I noticed the separate self saying, oh, does this mean, it kind of has a shakiness at times of like, does this mean we've done something wrong or bad? But deeper than that, underneath that, there's this presence that's always knowing like that, you know, this is perfect, and that there's just like kind of a gratefulness for whatever's here, because actually when you really start waking up, you realize that everything is God, and that's real freedom, and there's real safety and peace in that. And so your inner states don't pull you so much into fear and concern and worry, and you're just abiding in this place that is in love. It's in love with everything, because it is everything. It sees itself in everything, even the suicidal aspects within you. And the non-dual place isn't asking itself, oh, should I have done this or this to avoid this? It's actually the opposite. It's like, why would I want to avoid this? It's almost like, I'm glad everything happened the way it did, so I can meet these parts actually. So many chills. It's like, oh my God, I'm flooded in chills. This part of you is actually like, no, I wanted things to happen like this, because I actually want to drink this part of me up right now, this suicidal part disconnected from source. Where the separate self is just concerned with feeling good and avoiding pain, right? The deeper aspect of you is on a completely different paradigm. And you are the deeper aspect of you. And yeah, I just wanted to get that out, because it felt so good to have those realizations last night, and hope the hot air balloon didn't terrorize this video too much. Oh, thank you so much to Vicky for your donation last night. It means a lot. Your donations are especially appreciated right now, and I just thank you so much for your contributions to me and supporting me on my journey. It really means a lot. If you'd like to make a donation, there are links in the description box below. Other than that, I'm just sending you guys so much love, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.